1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's move this back this way. Mm-hmm. Minute. Are you wanting me to talk? Is that what that means? Maurine, is your mic on? Is it on? Is there green light on? Huh? Okay. All right.
Okay, whoops. Okay, you can hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? No? Yes? No? Okay. Good morning. Good morning, Richard. You can hear me? Robert, can you hear me? Robert, can you hear me? Okay.
Turn it up. Yeah. Can I move it up a little? This is way. Yeah.
I have to be able to figure out how to turn it off.
So you just push the button. Yeah, on it.
2 buttons.
Yeah, that's right. It looks like a circle instead of a.
Okay, testing, testing. How's this? Can you hear me okay? All right. Yay. All right. Still a little light. You've got what? Well, I told you my voice is kind of hoarse. I think it's about, is it as high as it'll go? Can you hear that? Okay, I can hear that. I hear that too. That's better. Okay. Yeah, I think that's better. All right, good morning. Welcome. God bless you. Have a spiritual journey of joy. All right. Okay, perfecto. Now I have to figure out how to turn it off.
Piano and voice?
Yeah.
That's my problem. I can't put the thing on and off. I can't turn the green thing on and off
It will.
when I'm
Check, 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 check.
without
check.
looking at the bar or making noise.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Let it go. And this is
Oh,
what
okay.
you have to say, everybody. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. One, two, one, two, one, two.
Okay, give me a chance. Does this make a loud noise when I put it on and off? Maybe.
And survive.
Move it because your necklace is clanking. So just put it right in the center so your necklace won't.
Good morning. How nice to see everyone after our Thanksgiving week. I am Reverend Kate DeVivier, and I want to welcome you to Sunday morning at the Center for Spiritual Living, whether you're here in the room or whether you're watching us online. We're just happy to be able to get together and celebrate the truth that there is a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and we can use it. And so, keeping this in mind, I'd like to invite you to just relax for a moment during our opening spiritual mind treatment. So just know with me and follow along to the extent that you choose as we bring into our minds the great truth that this is a spiritual universe, a universe of good, that everything that exists, whether it's in form or whether it's invisible, is made out of the very substance of spirit itself. Spirit is all there is. And each one of us is made of the substance of spirit. We live and have our lives in spirit, and spirit lives through us. We are surrounded and supported by good. And so, on behalf of each and every person here and everywhere, I declare that we are open to allowing more and more of this good to pour into our lives and out into the world. And I understand that what we are doing here this morning is getting together and planting and nourishing the very seeds of good, the seeds of truth, and the seeds of healing. I give thanks that we are able to come together and bring this gathering into fruition. And I know that only good unfolds for us now. I give thanks, and I invite you to give thanks along with me by saying together, and so it is. So now, if you will look inside your program, you will find the words to a song, and I'm going to invite everyone to rise. And I won't be the song leader. I'm going to let our musician, Richard James, be the song leader this morning. So,
Talking about
do you have your words?
I release. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to start with the verse, and then you all join me with the chorus. There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day. You've got to let it go. Let it go. And this is what you have to say, everyone. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here with God. Yes.
Very nice. Now, if you will look again in your program on the right-hand side and find the group reading, let's read it together. Ready? There is one life, both visible and invisible, one presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect love and perfect intelligence. I am an individualized expression of all that it is. I am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect intelligence. Thank you, everyone. And now I'd like to ask Robert to help us with the candle lighting. It's so nice. So practitioner Robert is here. Oh. Well, we are well prepared, that's for sure. Thank you, Jim. That's great. Well, now we're all set to do our candle lighting, and we do this just in recognition to kind of help us set the stage, and we have just set the stage, right, with the candles, to set the stage and get our minds ready to recognize just a few of the amazing aspects of this thing called life. So first, we light a candle for life itself. Life is everywhere present, flowing through each and every one of us. There is only one life. That life is God's life. And that life is our life now. So please affirm with me, I am life. We light a candle for love. The birth of love happens within each one of us every time we make room for the Christ consciousness in our hearts and recognize our unity. We are points of love within the light of God, wherever it is. So please affirm with me, I am love. We light a candle for light. The light of God is the presence and the power. We're always walking in the light. We radiate the light at all times. Please affirm with me, I am light. And we light a candle for beauty. We're made in the likeness and image of God. We're each whole, complete, and beautiful, just as we are. We accept the beauty of God's perfection as our perfection now. So please affirm with me, I am beauty. And we light a candle for joy. Joy is the very nature of spirit and the true essence of each of us. We celebrate the joy of our own rebirth in the God consciousness. We each bring joy to the world. Please affirm with me, I am joy. And we light a candle for peace. Today and every day, we open our hearts to peace. We are each a center of peace in our world. So please affirm with me, I am peace. And finally, I want to invite you to take a moment and recognize your own inner light that is always shining within as we each honor our own metaphysical path of wholeness, oneness, and mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles, which are ours to rely upon always. Thank you, Robert. And now I would like to turn it over to Richard for a song, and then we're going to hear from Rev Maurine, who's got a special message for us today. Take it away.
Yeah, here's a song by Sergio Mendes. You remember Sergio Mendes. And also was written by Alan and Marilyn Bergman, so they knew how to do it, many hits. But it's called So Many Stars. And it's about as we grow spiritually, as we seek enlightenment, we just kind of move into the stars. And it goes like this. See if you remember this one. The dawn is filled with dreams, so many dreams. Which one is mine? One must be right for me. Which dream of all the dreams? When there's a dream for every star. And there are oh, so many stars, so many stars. The wind is filled with songs, so many songs. Which one is mine? One must be right for me. Which song of all the songs? When there's a song for every star. And there are oh, so many stars, so many stars. Alone the endless nights that I have searched, the countless days, so many thoughts, so many miles, so many ways. Which one to choose, which way to go? How can I tell? How will I know? Out of all, so many stars, so many stars. alone the endless nights that I have searched, the countless days, so many thoughts, so many miles, so many ways. Which one to choose? Which way to go? How can I tell? How will I know? Out of all so many stars, so many stars. Out of all so many stars, so many stars. Thank you, Sir James.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you. Thanks. Yes, so many stars. Well, hope you can all hear me. Yes. Beautiful day, another beautiful day here in Southern California. Nice to see you all. Today I'm going to talk to you about, and welcome people online, Stairway to Heaven. So tomorrow's the 1st of December, and we've already started in the holiday season. We're already giving and receiving and gearing up, and you know, it's an amazing time of year. But sometimes we lose track of the real purpose for the holiday, which I say unwrap the greatest present of all, which is heaven within you. So what is heaven? How do we experience heaven on earth? What's the symbolism of ascending to heaven and descending into hell? Is this a path of evolution and enlightenment? So now, this season is a time to wake up and realize what heaven is to you, what love is to you, and where it is. It's an expression. It's the divine in human form. You are, and heaven is within. So first, a little, I can't say it's a joke. I'll read it to you so you will understand. There's a Sunday school teacher who told a story to her children. She said, if I gave 10% of everything I earned to the church, even my allowance, would I get into heaven? No, they all said, no, you won't get into heaven. And she said, well, if I sold my house and I sold my car and I had a big garage sale and gave all the money to the church, would I get into heaven? They all said, no. Well, what if I worked really hard and became famous and a millionaire and gave millions and millions to the church? Would I get into heaven? No, the children answered. So how do I get into heaven? The little boy in the front raised his hand and he said, you got to die. Now, you might laugh about this, but this is how I was raised. I was raised with this story that somehow I came into this world defective. I was not worthy. I was sinful. I was wretched. I had to know that if I did well in school, went to college, got a good job, married well, I would, when I died, I would get into heaven. Well, I found new thought. And I decided to choose heaven right now. Do you remember the song that Rick Dale sings? He's always singing the Ricky Byers song, I'm choosing heaven today. Well, I play that song all the time. But heaven, I have a quote here from John Paul Roach. He's a unity minister, and he said, heaven and hell are not places to experience after we die, but states of mind during our lives, depending on our thoughts and life choices. Whatever happens after we die is aligned with where we are in our consciousness now. Life is continuous. Only the body is subject to death and birth and death, not the spirit within us. And I have a reading from Ernest Holmes. I just want to, back in the glossary, in case you have forgotten the Science of Mind textbook, he says about heaven, he says, a state of happiness. State of happiness, yes. Heaven is within. It revolves around us. It is a result of that atmosphere of conviction which our thought awakens within us. The kingdom of heaven is unformed, unlimited, unconditioned. Heaven is not a place, a locality with streets of gold and gates of pearl. It is a real state of being. We do not make it real, for it is eternal reality. If we abide in the Father and he abides in us in harmony and power and peace and wisdom, our thought is friendly, happy, confident, and open. Our kingdom of heaven is a good place in which to live. Yes, I second that. Heaven is a great place to live. Another little short story here. Instead of jokes, I'm calling them short stories. Well, there was a guy who decided he was going to write about churches, and so he traveled. He started on the East Coast and came across to the West Coast, and he would go and visit churches and take pictures. And he noticed something, that in several churches, there would be a golden phone, and it would say, for a contribution of $5,000 to the church, you could have a direct call to God. And he thought, well, that's kind of clever. Well, several churches had this, and as he went across, he didn't have the money to have the direct phone call, but it kept going until he came out to the West Coast, to a New Thought church. And he noticed there was also a gold phone, but the gold phone had 25 cents for a call. So he went to the minister and said, well, I don't understand. You know, your church said it was only 25 cents to call God. And the minister said, oh, that's easy. You see, we know in New Thought, God is within us. It's a local call. So again, the kingdom of heaven is not a place you go to, it's a place you come from. You have come from heaven. We're already in heaven. Enlightenment is understanding that there's no place to go, there's nothing to do, there's nobody you have to be except who you are right now. You're already perfect, whole, healed. I like this author. Her name is Joan Chittister. She's a nun, actually. She said, heaven is the achievement of the peak of being. It's total immersion in the mystery. I like that. Total immersion in the mystery. It is the real moment of becoming. It is full consciousness of life within us. Heaven is becoming what I am, have always been, and am meant to be in full. I like to read her because I feel she caught the wave. She got bit by the bug, the joy bug. Now we look at it and we say, well, what about hell? You know, the opposite to heaven. We have been given the capacity to create our own hell through destructive thoughts. You know, we have thoughts of fear, we have thoughts of anger, spiteful intentions, and vengeful feelings. Well, when we dwell in a sense of fear and separation, we have created hell. And when we act out of judgment, judging others, or we're hateful, or we're fearful, we're in our own hell. So what do we do about that? You know, we know that thought creates. And if we have created hell, thought can create something much better. thought can bring us back to creating anew. And anything that's been created, even solid form, can be uncreated, can basically, something greater can be created. So how many of you have been to heaven? Okay. Well, I mean, how many have been in love? All right, that's heaven. That's a blessing. Any of you hold a new baby? I had a friend who has a brand new grandchild this last week, and their skin is so soft and they smell so wonderful. And it's a promise of possibilities and new life. That's heaven. Sailing, if any of you sailors and you're out there sailing on a broad reach and you're doing like 6 or 7 knots, and that's heaven. Also, I used to play the flute and the piccolo in a marching band and an orchestra, and I was in the marching band and playing the piccolo. I mean, the piccolo, it's the highest notes, and it's just like I'm lobbing these notes across the trumpet section, and everybody's marching in unison to some wonderful march music and John Philip Sousa, and I'm in heaven. It was heaven. I mean, there's so many instances in my life, just going to the beach and hugging the sand. You know, when it's hot at the end of the day and you're laying on the sand and you're just loving it, and the sun starts to go down, the cool air is cooling you off, and it's like you hear the birds, you smell the fish. It's like, I'm in heaven. The word heaven in Aramaic is light and sound shining through all creation. I think I like Aramaic. So I want to tell you the story of Jacob's ladder. Jacob was a complex guy. This is a story from the Old Testament, 2nd chapter of Genesis. And in Hawaii, we would call this guy Kalohe, which means you're kind of devilish, but he's complicated. He's homeless. He's on the run. His brother's looking for him to kill him. You know, it's like, oh man. Yeah, I don't know if he deserved it, but he had made some enemies. He was complicated. So it's dark at night, and he has no place. He's way off into the hinterlands, the high desert. He has no place to go, and he decides to go to sleep, and he takes a rock and he puts the rock out and he lays on the rock to sleep. The rock is this pillar, and symbolically I think, boy, you're really in a hard place if you're sleeping on a rock. You're really desperate. Well, he goes to sleep and he has this dream, and he sees angels ascending a stairway, and the interpretation is also stairway and ladder are very similar in the different interpretations. And but it's a stairway. It's going up and it's coming down, and the angels are going up and down. He sees this, calls it a ladder to heaven and back to earth. Well, he continues to dream, and God shows up, gives him a blessing, blesses him on his travels, and says he'll protect him. So he's feeling much better about himself. And in the morning he wakes up and he calls the place Bethel, meaning the house of God, and consecrates the rock. But he goes on in life. It takes him a while to learn. It takes him 20 years to finally agree to meet with his brother, because he's afraid. He's afraid his brother's going to kill him, and he's never gotten around to say, I'm sorry. So finally, his brother gets together with him, and he gives him a present. His brother kisses him on the neck, and they both start crying. Like, wow, there's some healing going on. So forgiveness and love have brought them both back to heaven. And, you know, everybody loves to climb ladders. I do. All kids love climbing ladders. We love going up and down, and we like to attain different depths and heights. And we look on life from a different position. You know, nobody stays still. We have to move. A stairway is symbolic of change and intention as opposed to a bridge. You know, a bridge, you're the same altitude, you're the same latitude going from one. And a lot of times we bridge our young age to our old age kind of subconsciously. It just kind of happens, it flows. There's no real push to change. But we can't transcend our state of consciousness on a bridge. We need new perspective. And the stairway requires us to be awake. We have to watch what we're doing. When we do make a decision and we take a step, where a bridge, you know, subconscious, we're asleep at the wheel. But when we start to ascend or descend, we are conscious of what's going on. In Jacob's dream, there's also the angels as the rising and falling. Angels in the Old Testament also have symbolism of prayers. That means prayers are going up and down, back and forth, earth and heaven. And angels are people going back and forth. So this rising and falling, it's also including words, prayers. Prayers are words. Prayers are vibrations. And the vibration that we send out is one of good, of God. When we give a prayer, we give a spiritual mind treatment. We treat for other people. We know the highest good for them, and that is manifest in their lives. And we're here to pray for you anytime you want. But our words are always acted upon when they are consistent with God. The intent of each heart propels words of prayer and creates good. So have you thought about your own spiritual growth? Have you thought about your own ladder to heaven, your own staircase to heaven? Have you thought, you know, are my words that I'm speaking elevating me or not? Am I descending because I express myself poorly? Am I ascending because I know how to use my words? What is the altitude of your attitude? I have a quote from Charles Fillmore. You may know Charles was the founder of the Unity Movement, he and his wife Myrtle. And he was about 20 years older than Ernest Holmes, who he called the kid. But Charles was very wise. He said, your I am, you know where I am? Your I am is that which carries you up or down to heaven or to hell, according to the idea in which you have attached it. Hitch it to a star. Let it carry you to the broad expanse of heaven. So today, I'm choosing heaven. So it is. We have another song from Richard. What is this, Richard? What song?
It's called Forever Young.
Oh, okay.
But you'll recognize this little snippet here. Okay. Anyway, here's a song by Bob Dylan, a great master of song, of poetry, philosophy, and just great music. This is called Forever Young. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars, climb on every rung, and may you stay forever young. Forever young, forever young, and may you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see lights surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. And may you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. And may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. And may you stay forever young. May we value and embrace the differences we often see between ourselves and others as we grow so gloriously. May we listen more to others' views, yield space, and share the sun. And may we stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. And may we stay forever young. And may we stay forever young. Forever young. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. Oh, thank you. Well, it's time for conscious giving, or like I like to say, kicking circulation in motion. So, law of circulation, it's our time for giving. And just want to mention, there's several ways of giving. I like to use online Venmo. You can use regular money, checks, or credit card. We appreciate it. Keeps us afloat, keeps us growing, keeps us appreciating your contribution. Thank you all. Thank you. Let's say this together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I am, and all that I give. I know this is so, and so it is.
Everyone. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you, Richard. And announcements? Kate, you want to do announcements?
I really want to do announcements, but before I do, let's give Reverend Maurine a hand. It's so great to have you with us again, and I know they'll be heading off to Aloha, Hawaii, so it's great to have you with us right now. I just have a few announcements. If you're online, you can always find out more at our, oh, we have a lot of humming. I know. I think we're good now. Are we good? Can you hear me? Without the humming. Great. Okay. Yeah, so we have a website, cslcarlsbad.org, and it has a link on it to our newsletter. So if you ever want to know what's happening, you can go to our newsletter there, or you can also subscribe, of course. So this week, just in case you weren't here last week, or if you were and want to go through it again, this week we are continuing with our book sale and signing event. And I know today, especially, we have Jan Sherburne's book available today. So please take a look. Some of these books are going to be great Christmas presents. A couple of them are not really new thought books, but it's so fun that in this small group we have so many authors. So it's really something to celebrate. And speaking of celebration, I just want anyone who is thinking of attending Conrad Zagwin's Celebration of Life. It's going to be on December 11th. So that's a Thursday. We're going to get more information from his family, and we'll have that for you next Sunday or in the newsletter. But just have that in your mind a week from Thursday. No, yeah, a week from this Thursday, the following Thursday. So we all know that December is the time for celebration. So we're going to have a little celebration here on Sunday, December 21st. We'll have Christmas caroling, we'll have a potluck, and we're going to have cookies, right? So save the date. And it would be a good day to invite family and friends, you know, because it's very kind of homey. Some people are already traveling, and maybe you'll have some out of town people visiting you. And then next year, and so far everyone who's heard this is happy, we're going to slide our starting time back half an hour. So meditation will start at 10, and our service will start at 10:30, and I hope everyone approves. So let's hear it. Yay. I thought so. But that'll be in January. So keep your clock set the way they are for the next few weeks in December. So next year, 2026, we'll be changing our times. And then I also want to just remind everyone that today, every Sunday, you could request spiritual mind treatment. So today, I'm happy to do treatment. Reverend Maurine is here, and practitioner Robert. We're all available for you to do, if you have any prayer requests, you'd like to have it either in person, or the other thing you can do is put in a written request. There's a box at the book table. And don't hesitate. You know, we're doing our daily treatments anyway, and we'd love to include you in knowing that everything is fine. Yeah, that's about it. Stay after our service for cookies and conversation, looking through the bookstore. And now I just want to have you help me thank our volunteers. So thank you, Robert, for the flowers. Yeah, very nice. And I want to thank everyone who helped set up and pitch in, and Jim, who suddenly pitched in and did the candle setting up. Yeah. Fast on his feet, noticing. I don't know why I didn't notice the candles weren't there. But let's thank Jessica and William for their setting up. And I know it's so great to have them on board. And who else? Oh, should we thank Johnny and Daryl for doing the sound? I think so. Keeping all the roaring down, keeping us sounding good. And Morgan, who is always signing up to help with putting all the cookies away and everything. So thank you, Morgan. And now I would, do you want to do a closing treatment? Yeah, let's have Rev Maurine close us out with a treatment, and then we'll sing our song. And I just happen to have yet another microphone.
Okay, great. Like you to all just join me in consciousness and just take a deep breath. Ground yourself. Just be in this room, be present. Let go of anything unlike good. Just know with me there is only one spirit in this room. This powerful, loving presence is everywhere present, all powerful, all knowing. It is in us, around us, and through us. And I speak my word for you when I say I am one with this power. I am one with this good. And I know that it is expressing through me and as me and for me. I am the divine in human expression. And I know that at my core is heaven. I am in heaven. I just remember to wake up every day, wake up to heaven, choose heaven. So I give gratitude for my unlimited prosperity, knowing that God is unlimited. I am unlimited. I have money to share and money to spare. I know that my body is perfect, healed, and whole. And I give gratitude for my health. I know that my creativity is a gift. And I give gratitude for this calling, which is my expression of the creative force of the universe. And I know that I am a friend. I attract friends. I am a friend. I am love expressing right here. So for all this and so much more, I just say thank you. And I release my word knowing that I am blessed, and everyone in this church, we are all blessed. We are blessed by Carlsbad Center for Spiritual Living, which is strong and giving and a learning place for all of us. So for this, I release my word. I know it is acted upon as I have spoken it. I know this is so, and together we say, and so it is. So
Thank you, and you've got a song on the back of your program. If you feel like standing up, we'll let Richard lead us in the song.
Open your heart, let your love go free, out over the ocean, right across the street. Let it flow like a river, let it fly like a dove, till your heart remembers you can't stop love. Once you get it started, watch what it does. It'll go full circle, You can't stop loving.